everybody, this is Tambion and I'm back with another third-party Transformers video review. And this time I have Unique Toys, King of the Gods Orden, O-02 Alberich, which is also known as Rippersnapper. As you can see, there's a picture of him on the front of the box. And various logos and such, and you know, then we'll come here and you can see this is actually a picture of the figure in his alt mode. So, and then on the other side, yeah, that same picture. And then on the back, you got some pictures of him in various modes: beast mode, his robot mode, and some with his weapons and his arm, and then him, I guess, swimming. Alright, so then top of the box we just basically have that same picture that's right here, and the bottom of the box we just have some warning logos and other things. Alright, so let's go ahead and get him out of the box and check him out. Alright, and so here we have Alberich out of the packaging and in his alternate beast mode. So inside the packaging we also get a couple of extra things. Let's see, so for a part of him we get his two little weapons. So you have those. And then you get his fist for combiner mode. And then you get a little trading card bio card, or not even a bio, it has tech specs on the back, so you can see that, and it looks like his number one attribute is endurance. So, and then he also comes with his instructions, and there are nice full colored instructions just on the front and side. Alright, so taking a look at the figure, you see we have these right here, his weapons. So you can take those and mount those on his little dorsal fin right here. And that's where his little weapons go while he's in this form. He can move his head up and down a little bit. He can open his mouth. He can open his mouth really wide. Let's take a look at him real quick. I do apologize for a white background and a white figure, but I can't control that, so well, I guess I can, but I'm not going to. I do like how he has like these thrusters built in back here. It's a nice little touch. Alright, so for his articulation in this mode, like I was showing before, his head, you can go up and down, and then it does have kind of a thing back here so that you don't see the head, but if you go this way you can see it, and then if you look while he opens his mouth then you can see the head too. But it's really nice that the teeth are all painted. They're painted really nicely. So, you come here to the arm, you can move it forward and back. You can move it kind of out a little bit. It is on a ball joint, but it's not, it's kind of hindered a little bit. And then you have a joint right here that allows you to move the elbow portion. And these claws are a little sharp. They're not as sharp as Trolls per se, but they, you know, be careful, you can scratch yourself with them. And you come down here and then you have these legs right here, and you have a ratcheting joint and then a secondary joint that allows you to move out. Then you have the twist right here. Then you have your knee joint. If you want to move that out, then you can get a double knee joint. So you have a joint right here and a joint right here. And then there are a few joints in here in the leg, or in this portion of the leg, the foot. You can move it forward and back up here. And then there's another joint right here so that you can move it out. And I would consider that level, and then you have two clicks to go like that. So that's pretty much all of his articulation in this mode. You do have to do a bit of balancing whenever you have him in this mode. just because his legs are so far back here, and then his head doesn't bend down really far, so you have to make sure that you get it in a way that he can look straight and be balanced, where he's not tipping over. Alright, so let me show you how to transform him real quick. I'm going to come back here first and untab this section back here, and you can see this tab right here and right here, and you just want to pull that out and then lift this up. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll just leave those there. I was going to remove them, but I'll just leave them. Then you want to come here and you want to untab that, and then, oops, this is just clipped on. You can see the little slot right there, and the little slot right there, and the tab right there. It just comes off really easy, but goes on easier. So, alright, so got that. And we're going to go ahead and show how to transform the legs first. So we're going to come down here, and you're going to flip out what are the feet. Then you take these panels, and you want to flip this down, and then flip this down. And you want to take and you want to accordion this like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to split these first, and you accordion these down and around, and then you want to take, see the notch right there and the tab right there, and just do the same with this leg. And then you want to take that and lift his head up. So let me raise the camera up. He's a little back heavy right now because he has this all sticking out. Let me put that down, and that'll alleviate some of that. Alright, so you want to make sure that the beast mode head is all the way up, and then you're going to take this and just kind of do this for right now, and then you want to take and pull this section out like that. Make sure you pull all the way out, because you're going to take these and rotate these up. There's a tab right there and a hole right there, and then you have this right here. So you just notch it into here. See that notch right there? He notched that part into there, and then you push in there. So. Okay. Alright, so now for come back here real quick, and let me show you what to do with this. So you're going to take these and you're going to accordion all of this stuff up into here, and then it's just going to kind of sit right there. I don't think there's anything for it to notch into, so once you have everything folded up, it pretty much stays nicely in there. So alright, so for the arms, take this, flip that up, and you want to rotate this around, and you want to take and flip this panel up, and you'll see the fist right there, and you can take and push that back, and the fist will start coming out. You just rotate the fist around, close that, and there you have an arm. So we'll do that the same way on this guy. Flip that up, rotate it around, flip this panel up, rotate that down, flip out the arm, the hand, and you have the fist, or that hand. And then all you need to do now is just reach up here and rotate the head around. So I wish there was a little bit of, oh, there is, sorry, back here you can flip these out, and there's some heel support back here. So Alright, and then you can take these guns that are back here. If you want to store them, you can leave them there. If not, then you can pull them off. This is a little bit of a softer plastic for some reason. This fin right here, it's odd that they would have done that, but it's, I don't know. So for the guns, you can take these and then just be very careful, because like I've stated in one of my other videos, I hate thumbs. Ever since I broke my my battle tanker's thumb off, I've always been leery about thumbs with third-party companies. Alright, so there's Alberich transformed into his robot mode. So let's take a look at him and let you take a look at the face sculpt. It's not much of a backpack, just a little bit of his beast mode on the back. Alright, and so real quickly for his articulation. His head, is that on a ball joint, or is that, yeah, it's kind of a ball joint, but it doesn't have much range of motion in it. So you have a little bit of up and down, but not much, but mainly it's just left and right. Then you come here to the arms, and you have that ratcheting joint right here, so you can go forward and back. Just pop these off. So you go forward and back. You can go, then there's a secondary joint to allow you to go out, and you go about that far because it's hindered by this shoulder armor right here. Then you can rotate right here. Then you have that double elbow joint again. One of them is a ratcheting elbow joint, and the other one is just a kind of a pin joint. Then you get here in the hands. There's nothing in the hands. There's nothing at the hips, or at the waist, as I should say. And then you come down here to the hip for the leg, and you go forward, you can go back, and then there's a secondary to go out. Then right above that, there is your swivel, and then right here is your knee, which you go about that far. And then you have your toe, and then you have your heel support. And your heel support can go a little bit further down. So, see, your toes. I just find it strange that some of his joints, like especially with his elbow, one of them is a ratchet and then the other one is not. And as you can see, he is a little bit back heavy, so I am glad that they put the heel supports in it, but I wish they would have had them stick at an angle that would keep you from having to keep readjusting them. So if you move it around a little bit, then it'll go up a little bit, and you have to push it back down again to keep it from tipping over. Overall, it's not a bad figure. It's not as hard to transform as Troll was. I'm not worried about it as much as say Troll was, with the way that his legs transform into his arms and such, where there's minimal clearance for that. And I feel that if you're not being careful and you pry a little too hard, you might be able to break those. The only part that I would really worry about is the part right here, this piece. I can't get it to come out. This piece right here, I don't know, for some reason I'm just always leery of these things right here, but I don't think you need to really worry about it too much. So, coming to the hand, there's nothing really that you can do with it. I know that the legs with Troll, you could take those and you can make those into missile pods. There's nothing really that you can do with the hands, and I'm glad that they didn't try to do something with them, although they could have cut that little bit of excess off on his finger. I don't know if you can. So his fingertip right there. But I just have to get my hobby knife and pull that out. But I don't think that you're going to have any kind of problems with the plastic quality with this guy. So I don't want you worrying about that. So like you can look with his hands, and they're very. You can actually pull that out and you can use it as either hand. That's very thick and very full. And I believe that these are not hollow, that these are cast all the way. This was probably hollow, and you can see the screws in there and such. But wow, it's nice. And with that, I'll go ahead and conclude this review of Unique Toys O-02 Alberich. Don't forget to check out my other videos, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. This has been Tambiota, and I'll see you next time.